pipe organ. Number 3, so Cave of the Mounds is actually a privately owned place. So the cave itself is federally protected, but like the outside land is, and the cave itself is owned by the Brigham family, who owned the land when it was discovered. And Elizabeth Brigham was young when it was discovered. She was probably a little girl at the time, and she loved the cave. She wanted to call the whole thing Cathedral Cave because she thought it looked like a cathedral. We called it Cave of the Mounds because we're in the Blue Mounds area. We're going to come this way. And that's a very historic, important geologic and historical area in Wisconsin. We named it after that instead. But this room is for her and her love of the cave. And number 4, we actually do weddings here. One person comes down that tunnel, another comes down this tunnel, and they say their vows right here. It's a great way to not have to invite your entire family. Because we could only fit like 25 people, and that would be a squeeze. It got started up in the 80s when 2 tour guides met here and fell in love and got married. And then up in the ceiling, right up in that corner, you see what looks like tree roots. Those are called ribbon stalactites, or cave bacon. So all stalactites form, a little drop of water comes, and it has some minerals or rock in it. And it deposits them right in a specific spot and rolls away. And then another drop comes, does the same thing. And over millions of drops and hundreds of years, you get a stalactite. Now most stalactites form straight up and down, because that's just how gravity works. It pulls things down. But the ribbon stalactites form by following the curve of the ceiling. So that's our painted waterfall. It shows all of the minerals present in this cave. The white is calcite. The black, which you mostly see near the top, is manganese. And the red or brown is iron oxide, which is the same chemical as rust. It also helps to walk sideways. That's how narrow we're getting. This is a whole cluster of stalactites that was knocked off the ceiling, flipped upside down, and crash landed right here. Now the only thing that could have done that was water. The whole cave used to be underwater, and so a huge wave would have come through and done that. And we know these are stalactites because stalactites actually grow hollow. All these little baby ones are called soda straws, because if you broke one off, you could drink soda through it. Probably would taste bad, but the point is that you could, not that you should. And you can see if you look that pretty much a lot of these have broken off ends and all of them are hollow. Especially right over here, you can see a good example. We also have Polly the parrot right here. Polly is a stalagmite growing on top of all of these stalactites, which gives us an idea of how long this has been here. Probably 100,000 plus years. I don't remember how old Polly is exactly. Wax like the whole ceiling. That's very pretty. That's our diamond stalactite. That's the next thing to become a column, unless something goes wrong and it breaks or whatever. It'll take about 100,000 years. Cancel out the effect, by the way. We have UV light or black light. This causes a reaction called fluorescence. Our cave fluoresces because it has a mix of manganese and calcite, and they mix together and they make a very specific chemical reaction where the electrons get excited under UV light. We also see phosphorescence, which will only work if nothing else is pointing at the cave. But if I turn the black light off, 3, 2, 1, that's phosphorescence. It keeps its glow for a couple seconds. I'll do it one more time. 3, 2, 1. And as that fades out, minus the one phone out, you don't have to turn it off. But other than the phone, we're in complete and absolute darkness. You can wave your hand in front of your face. You won't be able to see it. Now your brain will send you a bit of an illusion of seeing it, but that's just because your brain knows where your body is at all times. You're not actually seeing anything. Your eyes will never adjust because there's no light to adjust it to. The only places you find this naturally are at the bottom of the ocean and in caves. And if you were to stay down here in this level of darkness for 3 months, you'd eventually go permanently blind. Now we're not going to keep you down here that long, but only if everyone raises their hand to let me know they want the lights back on. Alright.
Why would you go permanently blind? Just your body acclimates to it? And...
So to see, your brain needs to send your eyes, calories are just energy, if you weren't aware. Your brain needs to send certain things energy for it to work, and since it's wasting calories doing that, by sending it to your eyes, it just stops, and it never starts up again.